Hello everyone, my name is John Bussart. I'm an HPE Solution Center engineer for Ingram Micro. I help support servers, blade systems, storage, as well as networking technology solutions from HPE. In my videos, what I like to do is show you a slide from a popular PowerPoint and explain to you what that means within a management interface. Today we're going to change that up a little bit. We're going to do an unboxing video. Today we're going to unbox a Hyper-Converged 380 base system, or what's abbreviated as HC380. Hyper-converged solutions are appliances or building blocks for your data center that include everything that you need to be able to scale out a virtualized environment. So they include your compute, your virtualization software, as well as your shared storage platform found within a software-defined mechanism. And for HPE, that's going to be Store Virtual's VSA. Now the Hyper-Converged 380 has many of the same concepts that you'll find in a Hyper-Converged 250 based system. The Hyper-Converged 250 based system is based off Apollo 2000 series technology. So within a 2U space, you can get 4 compute nodes. The Hyper-Converged 380 is built off a ProLiant DL380 Gen 9 system. So if you're looking for the utmost in density within your environment, I would still say the Hyper-Converged 250 is the solution you'd want to look at. But if you want to look at more scalability, namely in the way of storage, I would say a Hyper-Converged 380 would be something that you'd want to look at. There's also other options as well within the Hyper-Converged 380, such as the ways you can get this configured, such as a general virtualization bundle, a cloud bundle, which is based off HP's cloud system software, or a VDI bundle. And it's nice the VDI bundle has graphics options, so that's another good reason as whereas you might want to look at a Hyper-Converged 380 as opposed to a 250 is for that reason. So with that being said, let's explore our system. Okay, so let's explore our Hyper-Converged 380, our HC380. Since this is based off a DL380 Gen 9 system, I would expect to see similarities as far as how the DL380 system is set up or unboxed, but I expect to see some differences. Obviously, I have already opened this. I've taken everything apart, but I've put it all back together inside the box the way I found it, just so I can show you what you'll see as you open up the box. So let's take a look. So I certainly see this right here, which is your rack mount rails. Pretty much comes standard with every rack mount server that's out there. Certainly no different with a Hyper-Converged based system. Here, I see my cable management arm. All right, pretty standard, especially for a DL380. Here is the security management bezel. Now I think it's important to note that they gave me a standard security management bezel for a DL380. Now I noticed as I was taking the rest of the system out that it's marked on the actual system that it's a Hyper-Converged 380 based system, but it was not. This is different from the Hyper-Converged or the Converged System 250 that I have a video on already. That was already labeled on the front. So they went to a generic bezel. Here is some paperwork. Basic instructions. Obviously anything with a little meat you're going to want to go up to their website, but more importantly is licensing. All right, you can see the VSA license on top there. Got some packing over here, as well as some packing over here. And power cords over here. I think it's interesting to note that they gave me 3 power cords, 2 lengthier ones, and these are all C13 to C14, and then 1 shorter one, which is kind of nice for racks where you want to kind of maintain your cable lengths. Alright, so let me pull this out and set it up, and then I'll restart the video. Alright, so this is the front of our Hyper-Converged 380, or our HC380 as it's labeled over here. This system can accommodate up to 24 drives. I have 8 drives installed, and 2 of them are SSD drives, so 480 gig SSD drives. And then 6 of them are 600 gig SAS drives in this system. And I'll talk a little bit more about this where on the inside of the system, but these 8 drives are going to be controlled by a Smart Array P440AR controller, and these 16 drives will be controlled by a P840 Smart Array controller. Right? And then to complete the look of this system, what we do is just snap in this guy here, right, put in the security bezel, and there she is. Okay, here's the back of our hyper-converged system. This system comes with 2 redundant 500 watt power supplies installed. We also get glimpses of our P840 RAID controller, which is installed in here. You can see it's missing the cover panel. There is a video port. There are USB ports. I would expect you probably would not use that a lot with these systems, maybe some serious circumstance. I think more often than not you'll probably use the ILO connection, which is right here. Now this over here is my Flex Lom adapter. Right, so this is a specialized onboard adapter that can be configured. The system is a general virtualization bundle, so I get the choice to have 4 1 gig connections, or this could have been swapped out for 2 10 gig connections. And over here are my integrated in onboard 1 gig connections. And these 2 here are used for configuration of the system, but the documentation tells me that we can use these for anything we want. So that's the back of the system. Let's take a look at the inside. Okay, so let's explore the inside of our hyper-converged 380, our HC380. So let's open this up. And as expected, the inside of this looks exactly like a DL380 Gen 9 system. All right, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time taking this all apart, showing it, because I think my other video did a pretty good job of that. I will show you some differences though. First, we have high performance fans installed in this. So this is generally an upgrade for a DL380. Right. We can take off the bezel. Right, this is the airflow bezel, and we can see both processors and the memory that's strewn across both processors. Right. There's also an add-on riser board, so this comes with some DL380s, not all of them. Right. You can look at that. Right. I also think it's important to note that this system has 2 RAID controllers on it. We have a P840 RAID controller back here, so let me unhook its cables real quick, snap those out. And we'll pull out this controller real quick so we can get a better view of it. So this controller goes into a standard PCI Express slot. Right. On this riser board. Something that I'll point out while I have the time is there's a cable that runs from here down to the riser board, and then the riser board has traces that connect into the motherboard, and the motherboard connects to this battery. So all the RAID controllers in this system are protected by that battery. So if power goes away, we can dump the cache out. All right. All right. And again, this has 2 double wide mini SAS connections, so these are both 8X. Over here is the P440AR adapter. All right, so this goes into a special slot. So that special slot allows us to pick and choose the type of onboard RAID controller we want within the system, and they've chosen the P440AR for this system. And then over here is my Flex Lom adapter. All right, so you get this, again, this is a general virtualization bundle, so I get to choose whether I wanted the 4 1 gig connections, which is what I have, or the 2 10 gig connections. And again, over here was my 4 onboard adapters. All right, so let's put this together real quick, and let's talk about how these RAID controllers are cabled. plug that back in. Slide that in as well. And then we'll get our cables reconnected up. Alright, so my P440AR has two mini SAS connections, and each one of these are 4X. And if I follow the cables, and I have, they go up and one connects over here and the other one connects over here. Alright, and that controls these first 8 drives. If you remember, these first 8 drives were populated in this system, and the other 16 drives were not populated. Right? The P840 controller has two double wide 8X connections. Right? And this comes over here, and again I've traced it again, and it breaks out into these two connections and controls these 8 drives. And then finally this connector here goes this way and then controls these 8 drives. So even though I had only 8 drives in here, it was wired up for the entire set. Again, when you purchase these systems, you're going to want to purchase them and think about the amount of storage in relation to compute, because this is your building block for your data center. That's kind of the value add around hyperconverged. You buy this, and this is your virtualization, your compute, as well as your storage resource in the environment. All right, so when you purchase one of these, how it's configured, from there on out, as you grow out your hyperconverged environment, you're going to need to buy the exact same. So, I hope you found this video informative, and please stay tuned for more videos.